Thank you for coming back to my channel. My name is Derek, and this is Games and Tables. You are joining me now on year 3, just to finish a cleanup from the development stage. Unfortunately, things have been going pretty bad for our survivors. They went out and hunted a white lion, and they almost all of them got wiped out. The exception was Trinity. She single-handedly defeated the white lion. She was nearly killed, but she made it back to the settlement, only to be killed by our only other founder, Kira. I don't know what Kira's been doing, but ever since that first year, she's been staring at a green, glowing rock. I guess trying to get some type of insight. It told her that she needed to murder Trinity. Now that's very unfortunate. So we have 3 new survivors will be joining our team. So for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you each one of these characters. Okay, this is Dozer. And what he's rocking a stone nose. Unfortunately, with the last game, with the murderer event being drawn, it took away our survival. So everybody's at a -2. So basically, when we depart, there'll be 0 survival. So with the stone nose, once they arrive at the showdown, you get +1 survival and +1 insanity. And also because of the murderer event, they all get +5 insanity. So right out the gate, Dozer has 5 insanity. Moving along, his protection, he has a loincloth, which gives him +1. And he also has a rawhide vest, which gives him just 1 extra armor for his chest. He can't really combine it with anything to benefit. And I also gave him the bone daggers. I wanted to give another bone blade, but since they don't have any survival, the bone dagger should be the best option because on a perfect hit, it'll give them +1 survival. Of course, you have the monster grease, which gives them +1 evasion. It'll make them a little bit harder to hit, hopefully. Okay, next we have Witch. Really nothing special she's rocking. You also have the bone daggers, benefit from that +1 survival on the perfect hit, the loincloth, stone nose. She also has +1 evasion. Of course, like Dozer, she will also be receiving +5 sanity. I don't think I mentioned it, but they will also be giving +1 understanding support. Okay, and now we have Lucky. Hope he'll be able to live up to his name. He's basically there to try to give us a little advantage over the white lion. I gave him the cat eye circlet, and basically he can use action to look at the first 3 hit locations, and then put them back in the deck, and put them back in the order however you want. So that might help with some trap cards. You kind of feel it, have some intuition. If you feel it's coming up, then you'll be able to use it. Has a loincloth to give him that 1 protection around his waist. And I also gave him bone darts, rather. So he has a ranged attack. Hopefully that might help. A little bit it didn't help last time. But I'm trying to keep him out of harm's way, just so he can use his cat eye circle. Like everybody else, he's going to have that +5 sanity, +1 understanding. Okay, last not least, we have the Lady Litany Legend, Kira. She's gonna try to pull the court. I gave her the rawhide headband and the rawhide vest to give her +1 evasion because it's linked with her bone blade, and also the monster grease will give her additional +1 evasions. So she's basically -2 to hit. And then I also gave her the stone nose. She can hopefully have some survival start. And then we have the monster tooth necklace. If I could connect it to one more red affinity, would have +2 strength, but instead she only has +1 strength. So basically her bone blade is going to be a strength 3 against the white lion. Yeah, I'm wondering where she got the bones to make that monster tooth necklace. I came back with a lot of bone. I know Trinity came back with a lot of bone. And Kira's also rocking a new bone blade. Said she didn't kill her. Leave her or your lying eyes. And she's also going to actually have another +5 insanity, bringing her to 10. So whatever she's doing, she needs to stop staring at that glowing stone. She's getting kind of out of hand. And she's also gonna get a roll because when they leave, they're gonna. Well, instead of re-rolling Trinity's and what she got, I kept the rolls that she got. So that's actually gonna give Kira, the +1 courage and then a +1 understanding, is what Trinity originally rolled. Then I found out she actually died. So when she leaves, or while she's departing, she's actually going to get another +1 understanding, and that's going to bring her to another story event, which I'm going to roll before I take out the hunt fate. So she's getting stronger and crazier. I hope that's going to be an asset to the rest of the population. Well, we will see. Time will tell. Okay, I have the showdown board set up, and I gave Kira her +1 understanding, and so it takes us to the insight story event. She has 3 understanding, and since this takes place in the settlement phase, Kira has an epiphany. The hunt, which once filled you with inexorable dread, takes on a new dimension. Your expedition outside the settlement inspires you with curiosity and wonder. Gain the following ability and roll on the table below. So just for gaining this, she gains Tinker. When you are returning survivor, gain +1 endeavor to use this settlement phase. So she'll get an extra +1. And because we had graves, actually I didn't mention this, since survivors died on the hunt phase, we get +2 endeavors. And then when Trinity came, she got another endeavor, but then was murdered to receive an additional endeavor. So I used that 1 endeavor for the innovation, which we got ammonia, and then we also got the ammonia, and then we used the other 3 endeavors to get the stone noses to give us the +1 insanity and survival when we arrive at the actual showdown. So I'm going to roll a d10. See what else is. Insight 3. 1 through 3, if you innovate this phase, draw +1 card. So instead of drawing 2 cards, I'll be drawing 3. That's really a shame too, because any other roll would have been a lot better. 4 through 7, I would have gained an additional endeavor. 8 through 9, a permanent accuracy. And 10 or better, +1 permanent strength. I could have used any of those. But hopefully that extra card will do something that will actually help us. Hopefully it won't be doubles or triples of what we already have. So with that, we're going to go ahead and start hunt phase. Try to track down this level 1 white lion. Okay, so our survivors are going to go ahead and up. Aromatic breeze. The hungry lion sniffs the survivor's musk on the wind. Move the white lion 1 space toward the survivors on the hunt board. If it moves into the survivor space, white lion ambushes the survivors. If the white lion ambushes the survivors, they skip their first turn. Gonna move up, which is a good thing, but and then we have to roll on the hunt event table as well. Bottom. White's gonna do 10s. 53. See what that is. Masked salesman. The survivors meet a traveling masked salesman on the road. He insists that he has special wares to offer. Shuffle 1 copy of each mask gear from the mask maker settlement location and draw 1 at random. The salesman is offering this mask. The event revealer rolls 1d10 to determine the price, then gains the mask. The person who revealed it is going to be Kira. Start to the bottom from the top. 1 moment to get the masks, and I'll shuffle them, and I'll be right back. Alright. White lion mask. Oh, that's appropriate. Due to your head armor, you got 2 green affinities. Spend 1 action to lose all your survival and gain that many +1 strength tokens. Okay, so next thing I have to do is roll a d10. Determine the price. This guy who's just walking around this land selling masks. And high is always good, maybe just gives it to us. As he imparts the mask to you, salesman's lips form the sound of your name. It is gone. Give your survivor a new name. It must be different, and +1 survival for naming your survivor. So, Kira is going biblical here. Alright, so she's actually going to have 1 survival. That is cool. Okay, well that was very eventful. Say goodbye, Kira. Welcome, Leah. But the cool thing is I don't have to pay anything. She rolled so well, he just gives it to her in a new name. That's going to give her +2 to her head armor. It's going to be up to 3. It was a cool event. Now it's going to be lucky. It'll be the event revealer. Lion's sculpture. A crudely arranged effigy stands before the survivors, decorated with small metal trinkets, human fingers stuffed with dried tall grass. Quarry's sculpture confounds the survivors. Survivors gaze at the arrangement, attempting to glean the substance of the White Lion's bizarre inhuman intelligence. Each survivor gains +1 understanding and +1 insanity. Well, that's anybody else? Right, well, I'm going to mark that off, and then I'm going to roll again on the hunt event table. Everybody has their +1 understanding, +1 insanity. Everybody in the group, the exception of Leah, has 6 insanity, and Leah actually has 11. Crazy bunch of people. Then everybody except Leah is 1 away from triggering a story event for their understanding. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to roll on the hunt event table. $32. Sudden madness. Rolled this before. The event revealer is devastated by a piercing cacophony in their head. Roll 1d10. The result is less than or equal to their current insanity. They go mad, lashing out at their compatriots. Each other survivor suffers 1 event damage to a random hit location before the event revealer gains control of themselves. I hate that. Yeah, I got this from before. So that's actually going to be, quote unquote, lucky. So his insanity is currently 6. 7. Thank goodness. Roll under. Alright, and I guess nothing happens. So we just move in. We're going to attempt to carve this line up because we need hide. We need to make leather. We have ammonia. Hey everybody, I believe this is my setup. Hopefully I can take advantage of these pillars. Stone face and the pillars do block line of sight. Yeah, and also, I almost forgot, with your stone noses, everybody who arrived and has it actually going to get +1 survival. So that's going to bring Kira up to 2, which is the limit right now. Now the only one that's not going to have survival is actually going to be Lucky. I'm going to mark that down, and then I'm going to go ahead and start. Size up. Target, random, threat, and field of view. Going to be everybody. And it's going to intimidate. The monster stares down its prey, turn to face target, and roll 1d10. On a 4+, the target suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and knocked down. Pick which. Give her insanity. So I'll give her +1 insanity. And suffers a brain damage. And she is knocked down. It's going to be the monster's turn. So we're going to go ahead and start with the survivors. First thing we want to do, Lucky to go up here. I'm going to use action. Those are to move up. Yeah, and that's going to end our leave. I'm going to see what the monster does next. Vicious Claw. Pick target. No survivor in range. Yeah. Might as well pick Dozer. Monster coming towards us. Okay, so monster is going to move its movement. Dozer. Okay, and the attack is a 2-speed attack, 2+ accuracy, and 1 damage. And it will trigger bleed if he actually does damage. So Dozer already has +1 because of the monster grease, +1 evasion. Then the grass gives him +2. So it's going to be a 3. So when the monster needs 5s to hit. Hey, 1 hit, 1 miss. Does he hit? Waste. Nice. That's the sweet spot. So that takes away 1 point waste. And that ends the monster's turn. Okay. So Switch is going to stand up. Have Kira attack. Gonna go 1, 2, 5. Okay. He is rocking her new bone blade. And I didn't mean Kira. Yeah. Is rocking her newfound bone blade. Will be 2-speed attack. He's in the rear. Normally need 6s, so it's gonna be 5s. She missed both. Have Dozer go next. And he's attacking with bone daggers, which is 3 attacks. I mean, he's normally 7s, but he's hitting on 6s because he's in the rear. Wow, he hit 3 times. So, the location. Belly. Brow. Straining neck. Let's see, what order do we want to do this? I think we want to do the straining neck since there's no reaction. Again, the level 1 point line is toughness 8. And bone daggers is +1 strength. So it's going to need 7s to do any damage. Yeah, so we're going to do the straining neck first, and I think the soft belly neck. So, neck. Oh, it's okay. Soft belly. 9. Hell up. Wounds. critical. I'll take one AI wound. Then we have the beast brow. And there's a reaction if we actually do wound. Don't wound. If we would have wounded, the attack would have suffered 1 brain damage, and the monster would have did 1 basic act. Right. Good job, Dozer. Okay. I think next we're gonna have Switch go. I'm gonna get in front of him. He also has bone daggers. Okay, so she's in front of him. She's actually gonna need 7s to hit. She hit once. But she actually hit twice. No perfect hits though. So she's gonna hit Fleshy Gut. Also beef flank. Okay, and both of these have a reaction. The beast flank reaction is wound. Cats hate this. Monster is very upset. Attacker gains priority target token. It's fine. So I think we should start with that. Failure. Yeah, she's actually going to need, this is +1 strength, so she's going to need 7s. Those are 9. Good job. AI gone. So he is now the priority. This. Okay. Same deal. Fleshy Gut needs a 7. Crits. Look at Switch. The critical wound. The white line vomits all over you. It feels awesome. Gain 1 random basic resource. Gain +3 insanity. Why do my survivors always crit in the Fleshy Gut? So, yeah, we're carving this thing up. Okay, so we're gonna get 1 random. She's gonna get +3 to her insanity. I think she's up to 10. And I'm gonna get 1 random resource. Right, here we go. And Monster High. Awesome. Love that Fleshy Gut. Looking for hide. Need to make leather. Let's switch. And so the last person is going to be Lucky. Now since he has to be within 6 spaces, which he is, and he gets +2 to his accuracy, and she gets a +2 to his range too, so it's actually range 8. So normally he would need a 7. I would need a 5. 1 roll. Holy hit. The beast's ear. Okay. There, the white lion jumps back. Without turning, move the monster 1 space directly away from the attacker. Cancel all unresolved hits now out of range. Alright. So he's strength 8, and the darts are actually 3 strength. So he's going to need a 5. And he does it. Thank goodness. Because that would have been a lot of trouble. Those are Leah. Another AI card down. See some recompense from last game. That was horrible. Alright, so now we're going on to the monster's turn. Power Swat. Automatically going to target which B1 attack. Going to be 2 to hit. Okay, so, and it's going to be 2 damage. After damage, knockback 6. The target is moved 6 spaces in a straight line directly away from the monster. she wants, so she'll and at the end back. But he's still 2+. They'll still 4+ because she's in the grass. He does have monster grease, so it's going to be a 3. Another 3. So he's going to need a 5 hitter. Yeah, he. Darn it. Where does he hit her? Hits her in the body. I'm just going to take it. And it's going to knock her 6 spaces back. Oh, it doesn't knock her down. It doesn't say it knocks her back. Lose that. And actually, it's going to knock her down. Thought she had armor. Could dodge it, but I think I'll take the hit. And I will take her to heavy now. Okay, so that's the monster's turn over. We're going to go back to our turn, and we're going to go ahead and start with Kira again. Sees how well everybody's fighting. So she's going to use her bone blade. She's going to need 5s to hit. Yeah, she gets nothing for that perfect hit. But she does hit. Hit. And it's going to be the beast's knee. Okay, and Kira blade is going to be 2 strength. It's going to go up to 3 because she has the monster tooth necklace. Alright. Needs a 5, and she got a 5. Man, I wish we could have done that. Another AI card. Then we're going to go ahead and have Dozer. He's going to go next. Alright. Attacks. Look at the top 3. No. Not yet. Not yet. So he hit 3 times. Again. Dozer is an animal. We're going to hit the beast small. The beast temple. Strange hand. These all have failures on. Okay. Want to think we're striking back the white lions, highly human hands, door. Basic action. Be small. The monster roars triumphantly. Roll 1d10. 4+ the attacker suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and it's not one of these first 2 first. Doesn't really matter. They both do a basic action. So let's start with the beast temple. And he is at 2 strength. I'm sorry, 1 strength. Need 7s. Nope. Beast turns. I'll do a basic action. 2 speed attack. These 2s. He has monster grease, so he needs 3s. Two hits. Hit. Once in the waist. Once in the head. Oh, he has 1 for the waist. Goes down to fight. I'll be the one in the head. Knock him down. not necessarily a bad thing. So he won't get the extra roll range hands. So all those other hits are canceled. You're gonna have Lucky Go. Okay, he needs a 5 to hit. Hits. Hit. Beast heal. 5. Oh, he crits. This does a persistent injury. Go ahead and get rid of an AI card. But you don't want to forget. Wound. Your precise attack ruins a monster's straining tendon. The white lion is knocked down. Persistent injury, ruptured tendon. When the white lion starts its movement, roll 1d10. On the result of 1, white lion is knocked down. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna keep this in play. So whenever he moves, he might get knocked down on a 1. Knocked down. He won't have anybody to attack. Well, with that, it goes on to the monster's turn. It's going to be Claw. End up in. What you draw? Yep, it says closest target, closest threat facing in range. Loser is not a threat. And that. It's going to be a 2-speed attack, 1 damage. Mumbling. So let's get this done. Does Kira have? She has monster grease. +1. So she's at +2, so it's going to need a 4. We need 4s. And of course, he hits her twice. They're in the hand. Thinking I might take both of those. Unfortunately, it does 2 damage. It's going to knock her down. Should dodge one. On second thought, I am going to dodge one of these. Guess I'll go ahead and dodge the legs. Take 2 damage to her arms. Wait, why am I saying 2 damage? What am I doing here? Where am I? Actually, 1 damage. 1 damage. Never mind. 1 damage attack. Claw. So she'll take those and she'll just have light damage. Man, I'm so used to this lion being enraged. So she's fine. That ends monster's turn. I have to reshuffle the AI deck. Okay, so I have to do 5 more wounds. Now, switch, hand up. And I think switch, she's gonna start us. To attack. Okay, she's gonna need 6s. Got 1 hit. By the way, none of them are getting perfect hits. Beast chest. Failure is full move monster forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. Any survivors passed over suffer grab. Right, I'm gonna need her to wound. So he's a 7. Oh, it's a 4. The monster is going to move. Before it does, let's roll a d10 because it has an injury to its heel. Happens. I'm gonna move forward. Move the monster forward. stabs. Dozer. Both want to take one hit. Take one to her foot. Dozer. Waist. So they're taking damage. Both in heavy, they will be knocked down. Already knocked down. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to have Lucky go. I'm just going to move him over. Got the white line. 5 critical. Fuzzy groin. Okay, so we got 5 wounds. When he does it, hit the monster right in the ding dong. 4 more wounds. With that, Witch is going to be out of range. So I'm going to leave her there. I guess it's a little bit of a gamble. I'm going to leave her there. Maybe the monster will come back to itself. So it's now the monster's turn. And we'll go draw. Vicious Claw. Hit target. It's going to be a random survivor in range. Kira. Dozer. So it's going to randomize between those two. Through 5. Kira. 10. 3. Through 2 speed attack. And it is going to need. It is going to need 4s. Hit her. So nothing happens. That will end the monster's turn. Go back to us. Kira. Those are ones. Yeah, I'm gonna have you first. Have her come around. Rear. Actually, it's going to use her bone blades. Bone forward. Bone blade. Off. Hit. X. When hit, piece back. Failure on this is full move monster forward. Great line. Oh, he's now out of range. He survives passed over. Suffer survival move. Those are out. But she's going to be +3. Bone blade is 2. 8. Didn't fail. 3 wounds. Kill this thing. Have those are go next. Same thing. It's just going to. And actually, I think before he does that, Lucky uses his cat eye circlet. Build the first 3 cards. Good thing he did. He must have sensed something. Pulled Beast Femur. And there's a trap. Cancel all of those. Then we have Scapular Deltoid. We're going to push trap down. Bottom, we're going to put the Femur on top. Scapular Deltoid. So, is he's been hitting pretty insane. Really need him just hit twice. So let's see if he can actually do that. We need 6s. 3 dice. Okay, don't hit that trap. Okay, 1 hit. Take that. So, it'll be the beast femur. He's going to need 7. The 7 to 1. 9. Had that look. That is another AI card. So, can't attack anymore. Lucky he can't attack because AI circulate quite well, actually. Just attack the beast's mind to see what's coming up next. That is going to lead which I need to be making our way back this way. It'll be the monster's turn next. There's 1 AI card left. Vicious Ball. And the survivor range. Random again. Same thing. Loves Kira. Turns. Keep attack. The other monster's going to need 4s. Covered in grease and dodging like crazy. Hits once. Goes for the leg. Kira did use her survival. Dodge that. So that's the end of the monster's turn. Back to us. Problem is, really need to move this. Still trying to decide on what to do. May not just attack with Kira. Dozer. I think what I might do is just back them up. Then have Lucky throw his dart. Pretty exposed. I basically would be sacrificing somebody. I'm gonna do that right now. Help it. So let's do that. Yep, I think that's a good idea. Oh, have them back up. Two, 3, 5. Okay. Then Lucky, he's gonna throw his dart. 5 to hit. Criticals again. That is going to be Beast Scapular Deltoid. Fails to wound. There's a reaction where he will move forward. A good thing. 6. He needed 5, so he did wound. Takes monster's last AI card. Now the monster only has basic attacks. But we do know next card is a trap card. Basically everybody's gone. We'll go with the monster's turn. He's gonna do basic action. We'll pick the closest survivor, field of view. That's gonna be pretty much all of them. Keep calling Kira. Those are old ways. New creature now. Leah. Keeping track of that. Let's just continue to randomize it. Kira. Oh. Get tired of her. Dozer. Gonna be the target. Now, make sure Dozer wants to watch. Yes, he does. So, if the target is him, let's see if I can actually do something sneaky. Actually, before he moves, he still has that injury, so let's roll a dice. 1. The monster falls down. Okay, alright. Can't write this stuff. I wish it would do a wound. If it did a wound, that would have been perfect. I'm gonna double check and make sure it doesn't do a wound. I'm gonna be hopeful. Now he's just knocked down. That's funny. So, what I can do now, I'm gonna go back to our turn. So I'm gonna have Lucky throw a dart. Since the monster is knocked down, actually hitting on 3s now. The white line is wide open. And he criticals as usual. But of course that's going to be, hit location is going to be the trap card. Attacker is caught and the white lion's ruse is savagely mauled. Attacker is doomed. Perform basic action. Target the attacker. You may not spend survival until this card is resolved. Okay, and so that worked out. So, but once I draw the trap card, I have to reshuffle hit location deck. Go ahead and do that. Okay, I reshuffle the hit location deck. So, draw trap card. The monster actually stands up. Okay, I guess the question is, does he actually do the basic action like that part said? I believe he just stands up. Let me double check that. Okay, just looking for the rules for injuries. Says our cards are only performed when the monster is suffering from its corresponding persistent injury. When persistent injury action is performed, any other action. Yes, he just stands up. Because you draw the trap card. Doesn't do anything. Kind of like you walking, trip, look back, sure nobody's watching you. Basically what he did. So that was it. So now that was monster's turn. Sorry, that was our turn. So now we're going into the monster's turn, which he is going to do is basic action now. So his basic action is the closest survivor in field of view. And moved to Lucky over. So the monster is going to go after one of these two. Either going to go after Kira or Dozer. And we can randomize both. Kira, Dozer. Going for Dozer. And interrupt monster. Do I want to do that? No, I'm not going to do that. Since there is a break, the monster basically picks him. He's going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but Dozer can use dash. Yeah, since Dozer is a target, He's gonna use dash, custom survival. You know, so he doesn't have to be in range. So now it's up to Kira kill the beast because he's no longer in range, and yeah, the monster cannot attack. So it goes back to our turn. We have to do 1 wound. Actually, before he did that, I should have rolled another D10. Make sure he doesn't fall over again. He doesn't. So that leaves Kira in prime position to deliver the killing blow. But she's going to have 2 attacks, hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Going to be the beast femur. Off the legs. You just need strength 3. Take it for 2. She needs a 5. Criticals on the very last wound. You bruise the white lion's femur, crippling its graceful movement. White lion gains -1 movement token. Gain 1 random white lion resource. That is awesome. So, white lion is dead. And this kind of this makes up for everything that happened in that last game. Everything that could go wrong, went wrong. And I think everything that could possibly go right went right in this game. So, draw 1 resource. Sinew. This is an organ. So we have monster hide and organ. So, know how we do. I'm gonna go ahead and get that final shot as we carve up monster. I gotta stop calling Leah our old name. They're doing good things now. Last founder, just trying to lead this element, into like greater heights. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get the 4 basic resources. We're looking for that hide. We need. Here you go. Monster hide. Got love juice. We can use that during the intimacy part element phase if we trigger that event. Now we got more love juice. 1 more shot. And monster hide. Awesome. The butcher is going to be the nemesis threat that we're going to have to face. We need to be armored up. Now for the white lion resources. Lion testes. Sweet. Lucky, get a lucky shot on that. White fur, which is more hide. Io cat. Make another circlet. And then we got great cat bone. Yeah, so that's a pretty good haul. Okay, and I think the last thing we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and set up for the settlement phase. And I believe this time we're going to be drawing 3 innovations. Kira, she's actually going to give us +1 endeavors because of her insight. Again, I call her Kira. Get this right. Leah, from all her insight, is going to give us +1 endeavors. So we should be coming back with 5 endeavors, I believe. Okay, everybody's returned. They're all healed up. So we're gaining endeavors. So for everybody that returned, they get 1 endeavor. With Leah's understanding, insight, get +1 endeavors. So we got a total of 5 endeavors. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to update the timeline. Keep track, and that's going to draw a random settlement event. Try to resolve it. Shuffling these. There. Draw this. We get murderer. The other card. Eater or something. Also, Leah. What is this? Lalia. The settlement calls out to the returning survivors in a chorus of unknown tongues. Each survivor in the settlement begins to speak in their own incomprehensible language until all the sound of the settlement are replaced with a never-ending babble. Nominate one survivor. We're going to nominate one survivor. I'm going to nominate Switch. See what happens. Okay, I'm going to roll a d10. Okay, on a 1 through 3, the survivor begins to argue endlessly with everyone. -3 endeavors. 4 through 7, the wave of madness passes for some, but not all. The nominated survivor gains the endless babble impairment. When you depart, departing survivors gain +1 insanity. You may not encourage. Man, that's just. The nominated survivor's words carry above all the others they speak. The others begin to learn their language, possibly fast. Nominated survivor gains +2 understanding and adds the title Father of Words to their name. Your settlement may endeavor at science, education, innovations. Normally, the settlement phase. Alright, so I nominated Switch. Let's see what rolls. And she rolls a 1. Doggone it. So yeah, so the endeavors from 5 to 2. We had 2 endeavors. I was hoping something good would happen. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and innovate. We're gonna use 1 endeavor to do that. Okay, so we just finished with Switch arguing with everybody, came back triumphant. So now we're going to innovate, and because of Leah's insight, I'm going to actually get to draw 3 cards instead of 2. Right. Final cut. This language. Bloodletting. Symposium. We know what language is. Yeah, that. Bloodletting. Bend an endeavor. Breathing a vein. Spend 1 resource and roll 1 d10. 1 through 3, gain +1 understanding. Lose all survival. Do not gain survival this settlement phase for any reason. Okay, 4 through 7. Syncope. Gain +3 insanity. Is that right? Number 8. 8 plus. Cured. Gain +6 insanity. You may remove 1 of the following: 1 disorder of your choice, port pelvis, or intestinal prolapse. Symposium. Okay, I guess we're gonna pick this because right off the bat, it raises our survival limit by 1. So we'll be able to have 3 survival. says when a survivor innovates, draw an additional 2 innovation cards to choose from. Okay, that's going to be the winner. Raise our survival limit. And we have 1 endeavor left. See what we can do our endeavors. I really wanted to do an intimacy. I think we need to roll. We do have love juice. Okay, so my thought that I had to actually use an endeavor to trigger the intimacy, but with the love juice, card says during the assessment phase, you may archive this or trigger the story intimacy, and nominate survivors must be able to consume. So I can use that last endeavor. I'm going to go through the skinnery, and as you can see here, prerequisite to building leather work is you have to have 3 hide, which I do, and 1 organ. And then to unlock it, you also need the ammonia, which I do. So I'm going to spend the 3 hide that I have, and I'm going to spend the monsters, the lion's testes. I have 2, so I only need 1 to build that. So now we have the leather worker. I think I have just enough, but I won't be able to do it settlement phase because I'm out of endeavors. Survivors survive, then next phase I'm going to be able to leather. Need a lot more hide because it's going to take the hide that we have and turn it into leather, build better armor pieces. And so what I'm actually going to go and do next, last thing I want to do, I'm going to use one of these love juice. I'm going to create 2 new survivors, and then they're going to have a child. We're going to see how that child progresses. Okay, so we're going to trigger the intimacy event. Intimacy, the story event. Nominate 1 consenting male, 1 consenting female survivor, and roll on the intimacy table below. And I'm going to use 2 no-name survivors. I'm going to call them Abma and Ubi. Trigger this event. And basically, I'm going to roll a d10. Consult the chart. 5. A new survivor is brought kicking and screaming into the world. The child's eyes are free of the ink that stained the founders' faces. The settlement gains +1 population. Okay, so they have +1 to our population. And with the new survivor, since we opt to have graves, I believe, they will get +1 understanding automatically. Think of a name. I think it'll be a male. Males, just call them Blue. Call him Luke. Nah. You'll get +1 understanding. And with the last thing that we're going to do, since this is the first time we have new life, triggers new principle. Okay, this is the first time your settlement gives birth to a new survivor, gain +1 population from intimacy. Survivor ponders existence, principle, story event, new life. Okay, so for the principle of new life, 2 options. One is without mercy, which is survival of the fittest. The other one's with affection, just protect the young. Without mercy, Toys are taken from the child and replaced with a cold stone face shard. Training begins immediately. Settlement gains the new life principle, survival of the fittest. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it on the settlement record sheet. Adding the card to the settlement, roll 1d10. And your options, once you add it, the survival of the fittest card, it raises the survival limit by 1. Very enticing. And when rolling for the intimate story event, roll twice and pick the lowest result. Then it says all current and newborn survivors gain +1 strength, +1 evasion. We are definitely going to need Butcher. It also says once per lifetime, a survivor may reroll a single roll result. They must keep the new result. So you actually get a reroll. Survival of the fittest. So immediately after the intimacy, I roll a d10. The results 1 through 5. Settlement celebrates. The settlement celebrates with a rowdy party filled with tests of strength and triumphant roaring. Parents each gain +1 permanent strength and +2 insanity. They must skip the next hunt to recover. 6 through 10, the child is raised a pure warrior, leaving compassion and fear behind. The newborn survivor gains +2 courage, tough fighting art, 1 random disorder. And survival of the fittest, no joke. Let's see what happens when we have protect the young. Okay, the settlement embraces the child with warm arms. Nurturing new life is their highest calling. Settlement gains the new life principle, protect the young. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it on the settlement record sheet. After adding the card to the settlement, roll 1d10. So with the protected young, children are the future. When rolling on the intimacy story event, roll twice and pick 1 result. So the card just allows you to roll twice, pick the highest. Good. Probably easier to get a savior. So if you roll a d10, 1 through 5, the settlement gathers around the newborn in awe. Never have they seen something so precious and meaningful. Parents gain +2 survival, +1 permanent evasion. 6 through 10, child or children raised by the entire settlement and endowed with the hopes and wisdom of all. The newborn survivor gains +2 understanding and the strategist fighting art. Which would you protect the young? Survive? This. I'm not gonna lie, survival of the fittest, I'm kind of leaning towards. And that only possible that parents they receive +2 survival, +1 permanent evasion. Above, parents each gain +1 permanent strength, +2 insanity. Then they also said all current and newborn survivors gain +1 strength and +1 evasion. So yeah, man, without mercy, survival of the fittest. I think it's gonna be better when I roll this. So I'm gonna roll 1d10 and see what I get for that without mercy. Roll a 9. So the child is raised as a pure warrior, leaving compassion and fear behind. The newborn survivor gains +2 courage, the tough fighting art, 1 random order. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and draw the disorder. Here. Secretive. You love secrets. So much, in fact, that you pretend to have many. When you are a returning survivor, you quickly become preoccupied with your own affairs. You must skip the next hunt to deal with them. Okay. Well, I mean, it could have been a lot worse, I guess. So now we're gonna do fighting art. He gains the tough fighting art. Interesting there. When rolling on severe injury table, unless you roll a 1, add +1 to the result. Does not include brain trauma. Result total cannot exceed survival of the fittest. Without mercy. I believe that concludes everything. Except for the departing survivors. There's no point in doing that on camera. And you always catch you up on next game. And like I said, next game is going to be the nemesis encounter, where there will be no hunt. So basically this guy, the butcher, says he's just gonna come and just start taking our stuff, hacking up our people. We're not gonna have none of that. And this survival of the fittest is gonna be pretty good. It's gonna help because we really do need strength. So all our survivors now are getting +1 strength, +1 evasion, and our newborns are getting +1 understanding. So it looks like we're becoming maybe something a little bit better than Spartans. But we'll see. My name is Derek. This is Games and Tables, and I hope you enjoyed the content. And I hope you continue to watch. And always leave a comment if you see a rules mistake, error. Don't be afraid to leave it in a comment or ask questions. But until next time, it's been Games and Tables.